Oh, Chrissy, come away now. There's a party light and your auntie wants her tea.
Coming, Uncle.
Yeah, you're in fine tune this morning, eh?
I am that, Uncle. No point in going around looking like a cow with a colic. Here. Either sticks to me.
Hi, Chrissy. You're getting happy by the sound of it?
Happy enough, Auntie?
Chris, I was talking to the postman yesterday,
Aye.
and he'd been talking to Mr. Gordon of Upper Hill. And who knows who else Mr. Gordon had been talking to? It's likely all over Kinraddie by this time.
What is?
You were seen in Stonhaven yesterday with that Ewan Tavendale.
That's right. We took a walk out to Dunnottar together.
He's a coarse, tink brute, Chris, from all that I hear.
It's a funny way to look at folk. To tie them up in wee packets and label them coarse or tinks or fine.
What are you havering about?
I'm just saying that they come spilling out of their packets at the very first shake, all mixed up and jumbled. I've never known a soul bite safe and sure in his packet yet.
I'm talking to you about Ewan Tavendale. You should be ashamed of yourself, Chris.
I've got nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, maybe no, but Kinraddie'll think different. You were seen hiding away down some hole by the sea. Now, folk will want to know what you did that for if you had nothing to hide.
I don't care. I don't care if the whole of Kinraddie and the Mearns go mad and choke themselves in their bootlaces. What happened was between me and Ewan, and it's nobody else's business.
Mighty me, Chris, I was looking down the field there. There's no sign of a horse.
You could hardly have looked in the stable.
Oh, how'd they come to be there?
I went out and fetched them in.
On a night like yon.
Oh, I'd some help.
Who from?
Ewan Tavendale.
And he came back here with you?
Aye, it was near dawn before he left.
Oh, Grassy, what have you done? Oh, I'm very ashamed for you. I am sorry for you too. Oh, Tom will have to take her back with us.
There's no need to carry me off to Aberdeen to cover my shame, and there's nothing to cry about. Yet.
Yet?
Auntie Janet, Ewan and I haven't lain together.
Well,
We'll wait till we're married.
he's to marry you then?
I hope so, but you never know.
Oh.
Oh, Auntie, I'm sorry. It's no fair tormenting you. It's just the mood I'm in.
Oh, well, it's plain you've no use for your relatives here. I only pray you don't come to disaster.
That's awful fine of you, Auntie.
Oh, she's turned a right course, Queen.
It's not right, Janet, it's not right. Everything's gone to her and not a word about the two poor fatherless boys. I thought that Dawn and Alec would get their share. Else I might not have been so eager to adopt them.
No, she'll not keep it long. She doesn't care a button, that one.
Right course, Quine.
Well, are we up and pack?
Soon they were gone, and fair a relief was the riddance the place to myself again. And then it came on me that it wasn't again. It was just the first time. Blaweary was mine. There wasn't a soul in the place but myself. Nobody had a right to come near it, but if I allowed. Come in. Have you got your box unpacked all right?
Aye, and the room's fair comfortable, ma'am.
My name's Chris, Mistress Mellon. Now, how are we going to divide up the work between us?
Oh, whichever way you say, ma'am. Chris.
Well, I'd sooner see to the outside work myself. So I'll deal with the meats and the milking, and that'll leave you free to take care of the cooking and the cleaning.
That suits me just fine.
Then we'll get on right bravely. Oh, I'm expecting a visitor tonight. Will you show him into the parlour if I'm not here?
Oh, aye, I'll do that.
The honeysuckle was blinding sweet in the sun. And as I buried my face in it, I remembered the night before. And Ewan would be up to see me. Soon.
It's Mr. Tavendale, Chris.
Hello, Ewan.
Hello, Chris.
Give me your cap and away and sit by the fire. Thank you, Mistress Mellon.
Oh, Chris, lass. I never thought I'd get through the day.
Shh. Whisper. Mistress Mellon.
Is she outside listening?
Likely.
That man hath perfect blessedness.
I don't see how it's to be done, Chris. Not for a while, anyway. I've got no more than £100 saved up.
Is that the only reason, Ewan?
I swear to you. I'd marry you tomorrow if I could afford to, but we'll have to wait.
Ewan, I've been thinking about it all day. It's no credit to me, but I've got £300. Father was guy generous to me in his will.
No, I'm not using your money. It's not right.
Oh, listen to me, Ewan.
No, I don't like the notion, Chris. And even if I did, where will we get a place?
We've got a place. Blaweary. I kept on the lease and you could take it over. I've still got all the gear in stock.
No. I won't have folks saying that my wife brought everything to the marriage.
Now, who'd say that?
Well, half a Kinraddie for a start. Aye, maybe you yourself one day.
Oh, you're a proud, stubborn man.
It's getting late, Chris. I'd better be going.
Just think how fine it would be if there was no need for you to go back through the parks to Upper Hill.
You can find how to tempt me, Chris.
Get no kisses from me till you put your Highland pride in your pouch and say yes.
Aye. All right.
We arranged to be married on New Year's Eve, and we wrote our invitations to nearly every soul in Kinraddie. So we planned a wedding we'd mind on when we both grew old. I knew that some would be sore affronted that I should marry so close to my father's death.
Your Aunt Janet and me would think black burning shame to attend such a marriage, especially with all the stir you intend. Alec and Dod won't be coming either.
Mistress Mellon near burst her mickle face with amazement as the packages came pouring in. And she spread the story of our extravagance out through the howe.
Aye, Kirsty. And they tell me she's bought enough food to feed the French. She'll soon see the end of old Guthrie's cellar if she keeps that up.
With cooking and shaving and tending to the beasts and getting the barn ready for the dance, I near went off my head. Ewan had his troubles too.
Aye, it's a fine thing to be joined in holy matrimony, Ewan. But I hardly think it seemly, Chris, to go about it with such a display of ostentation. Your father so recently deceased.
You didn't have to speak to him like that. He is the minister.
I just told him what I wanted was a wedding, not a sermon.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, damn it, you're only married once as a general rule. It won't harm the old man in Kinraddie
You
kirkyard.
should learn to control your temper.
Now, don't be a fool.
There's no need for you to marry a fool then.
Don't be feared. I've no such intention. Damn it, Chris. I'm a coarse stink, right enough. I didn't mean to hurt you.
You didn't. It was myself. Oh, it'll no be plain sailing, Ewan. We've awful tempers, both of us.
There we are, Chris. Ah, the place looks as fine as a fairy palace in the picture book.
I'm right grateful to you. To you both. I don't know how I'd have managed. But it's getting late. Kirsty'll be wondering where you are.
Oh, she'll not mind. It's been a long time since we've had a wedding like this in Kinraddie, you know.
Aye, that's true. Who's your musician?
I forgot the music.
Well, never mind. I'll bring the melodeon and Long Rob will bring his fiddle.
Faith, aye. And if that doesn't content the folks, then it's a kirk parade of the garden they're wanting and no a wedding.
Well, Chris, I'll away home. Aye, this time tomorrow you'll be a married woman, Chris. Oh, well, sleep well tonight.
Aye, fine that.
Aye, I'll have to think about getting married myself. Oh, it must be fine to sleep with a slim bit the like of yourself these cold, rife winter nights.
We meant faint to sleep, you giver.
Night, lass.
Night, lass.
Good night, both. Thanks for your help. Then they left me. And left me with such a lonesome feeling as I'd seldom had. Strange and eerie were the frozen flow of thoughts that came to me then. Daft thoughts I'd no need to think on my marriage eve. That this marriage of ours was nothing. That it would pass on and forward into days that had long forgotten it. And the face of the land would change and change again in the coming of the seasons and centuries. Then the sea would come flooding up the How, and all my love and tears for Ewan, not even a ripple on that flood of water far in the times to be.
For God's sake, away to your bed, lass. I'll tend the rest.
Aye, I'm just going.
I should think so. If you don't lie down, you'll look more like a bull for the butchers than a bride in the morning.
Aye, I suppose so. Good night, Mistress Mellon.
Good night.
Strange to think that tomorrow, and all the tomorrows, Ewan would share my room and my bed with me. Somehow it seemed that never again would I be myself and have this body that was mine and my own. So I lay counting how many hours it would be till morning. And oh, it was still so long.
Chris, you're the postie with a parcel for you.
Coming, Mistress Mellon?
Here to you, Chris.
Thanks, Postie. Now, isn't that nice of her? It's from Mistress Gibbon up at the manse.
And there a canteen of cutlery arrived for the Gordons of Upper Hill. Enough knives and forks to keep you cleaning for a week and then no be finished.
Hello, Alan. Cheerio.
I'll be seeing you later, then.
It's nice to drink your health as black in your character, that one. Well, now, Chris, how do you feel on your marriage morn?
Oh, I feel fine.
That's good. You know, I have known some creatures acquainted was fair hysterical, and others that shook with fright. Aye, and others that spoke so undecent you knew fine a man's bed was no anchor place for them.
I'm not afraid, Mistress Mellon.
No, and there's no need to be. Your lad's blithe and kind. Oh, man, I hope you'll be awful happy. And have 2 or 3 bairns before long.
Well, you never know. Look at the time. I must see to the beasts.
Aye, even they seem to guess there's something on the go. Chris, come away and get into your dress before the folk come up. It's best to have a wee touch of black ribbon with your father so recently gone. No, it's your mother you're thinking of, eh, lass? Oh, it's a most desolate thing to be without your mother on your wedding day.
I can't help it, Mistress Mellon. It just came to me that she's lying there, dead and forgotten in Kinraddie kirkyard, with the twins beside her.
Oh, there, McQueen. She'd like it fine to have seen you in your braw things, but she wouldn't have wanted you crying for her.
I'm a fool. Where's my hanky? I don't want to look a fright before you and all the folk. That'll be the first of them.
I'll let them in.
But here, I see you brought the livestock with you to the wedding, Che.
No, that's a present to Chris and Ewan from the old folks at Netherhill. Two plucking hens, good layers, both of them.
It's a pity the old buddies couldn't come themselves.
Aye, but they're a bit too old now. Look, lassie, let me do this for you.
Thanks, Jake.
It's best to have a man at that end of the still, dear.
Damn, those two hens have got out.
Oh, good, so they have. That's a job, then. I'm trying, man.
Come here. Come here.
God, I didn't care where it was going as long as it was anywhere out of London.
Now, when you make a fair fuss about nothing.
Oh, no doubt such like work would be nothing to you, seeing as how you've chased ostriches out in the Transvaal. But I have no training for it myself.
You, Rob. Have a dram to your hard work.
Thanks, Chris. Well, here's to the bonniest maid Kinraddie will mind for many a year.
The great fool might wait for tea before he starts his speechified.
You fair offended Mistress Monroe. That's likely because nobody ever said she was bonny.
If anybody ever has, he's an uncommon liar.
Come away and get a dram, Mr. Gibbon.
No, thank you very much. You've been communing with Mother Earth, I see, Mr. Gibbon.
Well, here, if anybody wants to wet their whistle, there's only a few minutes before the wedding begins. Oh, here's the groom now.
How are you doing?
I think you should go up and tidy your hair.
And when I came down, there were all the folks sitting in chairs, as solemn as a kirk congregation. I couldn't see clear for a minute then. Or maybe too clear. I didn't seem to be seeing with my own eyes at all. Then Ewan and I stood side by side. His face was solemn and white,
I help us in the name of the Lord.
and I knew him more frightened than I was myself.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here together.
And something of my own fear went from me then.
This congregation to join together this man and this woman in
I listened to the words the minister was
which
reading,
is unholy estate instituted by
words
God
that I'd never heard
time of
before.
man's innocency, which was beautified and
This was the
adorned
first
by our
marriage I'd
Lord's
ever been
gracious
at.
presence and the- May God bless this union and give them the courage and strength for the difficulties that the years may bring, and make fruitful their marriage and their love as pure and enduring in its fulfillment as in its conception. Aye, well done, Mistress Tavendale. Well done. In fact, I can say that the whole thing has been well done, and not like some of the weddings I've made. And Guy, funny some of them were, I can tell you.
Eat something, Chris. You'll be fair famished.
Too excited to eat.
Here, try some of Mrs. Mellon's dumpling. Everybody's praising it.
Oh, aye, they would. It's few that's eaten anything for dinner in Kinraddie today. There wouldn't be much sense with a marriage in prospect. Ewan, I'm so pleased that everything's been just and right. And then again came that qualm of doubt separating me from these kindly folk of the farms. Kind, and I ready to believe the worst they heard of others, and believing that others could think the same of themselves. Then next instant, I forgot them in a glow of remembrance that blinded all else. I was married to Ewan.
Right, Rob. The best man's had his say. It's your turn to speak.
No, I'm not in speeches.
You're glib enough at any other time.
Well, I've never been married myself. having too much respect for those kettle-folk women. But marriage, I think, is like the yoking together of two two-year-olds. They're skittish and brisk in the first bit rig, but it's the second rig it's a testing time. It's then, you know, when one's pulling and the other's holding back. Well, but I won't say any more about horses. Oh, Faith, it's a fascinating topic. Oh, I'll just come back to the marriage and say that we all wish the best to Chris, so Sweet and Trig, and to Ewan, the Highland Cateran. And long may they live, grow healthy, wealthy, and well content. Chris and Ewan.
Right, folks. The night's wearing on. Who's game for a dance at Chris's wedding, eh?
Yes, to you, man.
You too, man.
Ewan was dancing with some quine from the mains, and some were watching me to see how I took it. I heard the whisper that I'd have all my work cut out looking after him. Coarse among the quines he was, Ewan Tarndale. But I didn't care. I knew it was a lie. Ewan was mine and mine only. But I wished he would dance with me for a change.
Well, Chris? Rob was right. You're the bonniest thing ever seen in Kinraddie.
Where's the bride and groom, folks? Damned they're lost. Away, you greedy brute, Ewan. Waiters is yours forever and amen.
Just a wee one. I can do that dance now, Mrs. Milton. I've been waiting all night.
Let me tell you something, Chris. Never doubt your Ewan. Well, never let him know that you doubt him. That's the hell of married life. Praise him up and tell him he's fine. If there's not another soul in the house can stand up beside him. And if you do that, he'll want to cuddle you till the day he dies. Aye, he'll blush at the sight of you 50 years on as much as he does a day.
I'll try. Thanks, Jay.
Oh, it must be the whiskey speaking. I better play a little melodeon. Oh, God. Oh.
Aye, Chris. You're looking for Ewan. He went out a minute ago. Don't worry. He'll be back.
I'm not worried.
That's right, Chris. You take things easy in married life. But not over easy. That's been my ruin. Though God knows that'll make not a difference in 100 years' time.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, don't let Ewan saddle you with a burden full of bairns, Chris. It kills you and eats the heart out of you. Forbye the unease and the dirt of it. They're all the same, man. You'll maybe not well steer clear of the first, Chris, nor yet of the second. But you belong to yourself. Mind you that, lass.
Is the man of the house not here, eh? Well, Chris, you'll just have to make do with me. No, what was that muckle slummock saying to you?
Oh, nothing, Rob, just advice.
Sam, that's the curse of the human race, Chris, listening to advice. Don't let any of these damned women fear you.
But I'm listening to yours now, aren't I?
Oh, your head's screwed on and you'll manage fine. But mine, if there's ever a thing you want with a friend, not to speak it abroad all over Kinraddie, I'll be there at the mill to help you.
That's kind of you, Rob. But I'll have Ewan. What else could I want?
Aye, you'll have Ewan. Here he is. Man, you neglected your wife. Where have you been?
I've just been out of the stables. Do you know who's there?
No.
Monroe. He's lying in the stall beside Clytie with his arms round the beast's
Man,
neck.
I'll bet the horse looked right disgusted.
I did that. I tried to move him, but damn him, he wouldn't.
What about a song?
Fuck, I'll manage that fine. But first we'll have one from the bride herself. How about it, Chris?
Go on, come on. Here we go.
I've heard them lilting at our young milking. Lassies are lilting before dawn o' day. Now there's a moaning. It was a song that I brought me near to weeping, and did now. And not me alone with Rob's fiddle whispering it out. The sadness and the soreness of it, though it was long, long syne. It came on me then. How strange was the sadness of Scotland's singing, made for the sadness of the land and sky in dark autumn evenings. The crying of men and women of the land, of things wept for, remembered at night and twilight. The gladness and kindness had passed, loved and forgotten. It was Scotland of the mist and rain and the crying sea that made the songs. The English for years by guile won the day. The fools of the forest that fought I the foremost. The pride of land lie caught in the clay.
Damn folks. We'll all have the whimsies. We'll listen to any more woesome songs. Well, if none of you got a cheerful one. Well, it's near 11:15, another dance, and we've all to go to hear the chap at midnight. Come on, miss.
Come on.
It wasn't like wakening from a dream marrying, but more like going into one. And I wasn't sure, not for days, what things we'd dreamt and what actually done. Me, and this farmer of Blaweary, who would stir of a morning at the jangle of the clock and creep from bed. I was never far behind him that bitter winter, and I loved even the frozen mornings. He'd be gone to the bar and stable as I came down and sought out the porridge meal and put it to boil. Then I'd open the kitchen window and gasp in the bite of the wind, seeing a grey world on the edge of morning.
You on?
Hands freezing.
Away, woman, you're still asleep. Up in the mornings, I think.
Sit down and take your porridge.
Have you fed the hens?
Not yet.
I'll do it.
Oh, don't haver, I can do that myself.
Oh, damn it, I've got to do something.
There's little to be done in Blue with the weather the way it is.
Aye, I wish it would clear. Even the horses are feeling the want of exercise. Clyde and Bess are going daft in their stalls.
Have you mucked out the byre?
Aye, and the kye have had their turnips.
Then why don't you take the gun up to the moors? The grocer was saying he'd buy what spare rabbits we have.
Aye, I might do that. Or I was thinking, I might take a load of corn up to the mill for bruising. We're running low.
And all that afternoon he was away. I fretted from room to room. But it crept into my mind that his going to the mill had ended the foolishness that shut us in fast from Kinraddie and all the world. Us two alone, with all the gladness that was ours alone, and my kisses the most that Ewan would ever seek, and kisses ending days and nights, and almost life itself for me. The winter wore on to its close, and mid-February brought the sun, weather that might well have come out of a May. You've done well this morning. It's barely gone 9. Folk will be saying young Blewiery's just showing off, starting his ploughing 2 days before the rest of Kinraddie.
Well, let them. Chase Strachan's got his pair of horse out today. So is Upper Hill and Cuddeston. How are the cattle?
Oh, they're all right now. They were just daft and delighted with the first spring dander. It's aye the same when they're turned out for the first time.
Aye, maybe. But I'm too busy to go chasing down the road after them.
It was comic watching you running after them across the parks, swearing blue murder.
If the postman hadn't met them, they might well be running still. They're not the only things that go daft the first blink of sunshine. Your hands are sore and red with all the scrubbing you've been doing.
Oh, it has to be done. The house is all wrong. It's foul and feckless.
Every time I come in for my dinner, I find the kitchen heaped high with gear from some room you're scrubbing. You're daft, Chris. The house is fine. What more do you want?
I want less dirt. Maybe you like dirt, but I don't.
Well, maybe I do. I like you right well.
Oh.
Hold off, you shameless limmer. You're not 19 yet.
But it was
Away
you.
you go. Let me finish. This weather won't hold much longer. And there's rain behind it. Look at it. It's been pelting down for a bloody fortnight. You can't see your hand in front of your face outside.
I'm on Blue Never seen the like. Except once when I was in Alaska. Aye, the mountains move there from the snows are melting.
Oh, Alaska can move under the sea in the morning for all I care. When will it clear in Blue?
But clear it did. And you could feel the coming of spring and hear it singing and rilling over the fields. Life itself seemed to flow up through the spring. Ewan had the land all ploughed and sown, and I helped him carry the corn. And I liked that fine. So the weeks slipped by until that day when I knew I would never be my own again. In my body, the seed of that pleasure I had sown with Ewan burgeoned and grew, dark in the warmth below my heart. But I didn't tell Ewan. Not that night, nor the week that followed, nor the weeks after that, watching my body with a secret care and fluttering eyes for the marks and stigmata of this thing that had come to me. And once, something moved there under my heart, moved and stirred drowsily, a sleeper from dreams. And I gasped and cried, and then lay still, not wakening Ewan. For this was my rig and furrow. I had brought him the unsown field, and the tending and reaping was mine.
Aye, where's the breakfast then?
In a minute.
Damn it, Chrissy, you're still asleep. What's wrong? I've got the turnips to hoe. The first of them's up today.
Have you no thought for anything but your parks and your beasts?
Chris, what's up?
Morning, noon and night, they're all you care for. You love them better than you do me. I'm just here to warm your bed at night and set your meat down by day.
What are you glowering for?
For God's sake, don't leave me. Must I be like an old wife and trailing after me wherever I go?
You got out of bed the wrong side this morning. And I'd like my breakfast before the night comes down.
You speak to me like that. Do you think I'm your servant? You're mine. Mind that. Living off my meat and milk. Highland pauper.
You dumb bitch. You'd say that to me. To me. Ah, you're ill. You should be in your bed. God, Chris, you gone daft. What are you screaming for? What do you want?
That.
Oh, get up. Damn you. Get up.
No! No!
Chris! Chris! Come back! Chris! Come back!
Never. Never again. I'll never go back. I'll drown myself in the loch. Then I stopped. My heart seemed near to bursting. And terribly, below it, something seemed to move and uncoil. Had anything happened with it? Oh, God, there couldn't be anything. the days of love and the foolishness of kisses, they might be for you and yet, but never the same for me. Dreams were fulfilled, and their days put by. The hills climbed to the sunset, but my heart might climb with them never again and long for tomorrow, the night still my own. No night would I ever be my own again.
Oh, you stay by me. Stay by me.
Mind you quiet, lass.
And Chris Guthrie crept out from where Chris Tarvendale lay and went wandering off into the waiting quiet of the afternoon. Chris Tarvendale heard her go, and she came back to Blaweary, never again.